Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we are currently planning an invasion of Caribus, but we're not ready to do that just yet. That's going to take a little while. We need to build up a bit of a navy, so that is definitely something that we want to do. We also have a rebel uprising. Sailors are rallying to aid our army. We're going to gain some manpower, but lose some sailors. That's not necessarily ideal. I mean, we do need about 10,000 manpower, but we gain 450 a month. And we only gain 129 sailors. Sailors are more valuable to us right now than manpower, but it'll probably be fine. Probably. So I think we're going to angle for somewhere around 20 galleys, 20 light ships, and then maybe like 5 heavy ships. So that's going to be pretty expensive. No doubt about that. Let's continue to work on that. So we're going to get our galleys up to 17 for right now. Okay, that's now 18. Looks good. And we finished up another exploration mission. So let's continue to work on that. We'll work on the Northwest Pacific. Wonderful. So, do we want to just sit at 33 transports? Well, maybe. We're gaining an innovativeness. Okay, I guess that's fine. Well, let's grab ourselves a couple of additional war galleys. So yeah, we're just angling for 20 here. And now we're going to start building light ships. Now, light ships are quite a lot more expensive, no doubt about that. And we finished up some conversions. So let's continue to work on those. That looks good. And we currently are doing very, very well. Now, our fleet is going to get a lot more expensive as we continue this. There's no doubt about that. But let's get ourselves a caravel here. We're going to, in fact, get 2. So that looks good. I'm wondering about a sale of titles in order to get these going a lot more quickly. It's a theoretical possibility. Would we have a problem with our crownland if we were to do this? It'd be 10% crownland. We'd drop down to 28. I think 25 is the threshold for issues, right? So if we were to do this, this would probably be... Nope, it's 30. Okay, good to know. Well, we're going to be able to seize land back in 2 years. It's not that big of a deal. So that's okay. That's going to give us a lot of money, which will allow us to get our caravels up to 20 right away. There we go. And then we're also going to grab our 5 heavy ships. There we go. And that will also allow us to expand out our armies. So I want these armies to be symmetrical, for sure. And from there, we need to figure out what exactly our size is going to end up looking like. So each of these are going to be an army half, right? So that means that 27 combat width means 2 cavalry in each, and then we've got 23 combat width. So 12 and 12 means 24. So we've got 1 extra combat width there. Not a concern. Then what that ends up meaning is we need to match our back line to our front line. So that means 14 total cannon. So we're going to grab some cannon here. This is going to go to 9 and 10. And I'm going to do the same thing over here, 9, 10. I'm just going to bring these up a couple at a time. It's going to be 8 additional. And we only have space for 5. So we're going to take this to 12. And this to 12. That puts us at 52. So we would be, let's see, 3 over our force limit. I'm actually okay with that. So we're going to take that up, and we're going to add in 2 additional cannon here. We're lacking the manpower right now, but that's understood. No tribute? Yeah, that's not surprising. That is absolutely fine for right now. We're going to continue to explore the Southeast Pacific. And at this point, we need to grab another cannon here. This will bring us up over our force limit, and that is absolutely understood. We completed our estate agenda, so that's wonderful. And let's grab ourselves another unit of cannon here as soon as we can, which is right now. There we go. Okay, we can actually enact a government reform, and what can we do here? Reinforce speed and national supply limit modifier. That's pretty good, actually. Artillery cost and barrage cost? I'm not too concerned about that. Fort defense, garrison size, max hostile attrition. I mean, sure. Actually, land attrition and army drill gain modifier would be pretty good. And that's what we're going to go for. Beautiful. Excellent. So we have a revolt up over here, and I'm going to send this army to go deal with it. Now, it doesn't have all of its forces here yet. We're going to get separatism up here. It's not ideal, because at this point, they spawned right on this fort, and we can't re-enable this fort. So, that's unfortunate, but we're going to have to go take that back. We just had additional separatists down here, and I guess we'll send this army to go deal with that. That is reasonably fine. Separatism is going to be a thing. We can re-enable this fort to prevent this province from getting separatism, and that will be absolutely fine. Okay, so back in we go. New Granada rivaled us. Okay, that's noted. And these guys are going to head right on back up over here. We'll re-mothball this fort. Caribus no longer considers us a rival. Hilarious. Okay. So we are definitely making a lot of progress here. We gain trade protection CB. Yep, that's to be expected. I'm not happy about that low crownland, but we will be able to take that back soon. Portugal levied a claim on us. Hilarious. I don't think anyone is really capable of... Well, I mean, they are capable of taking us on, but it would be such an extreme amount of resource contribution that I'm not sure anyone wants to actually try it. That's the takeaway here. So we're going to be building up our manpower for the time being, and these guys are going to make their way right on back. Excellent. Tax modifier, manpower modifier. I'm thinking about actually taking the manpower reduction modifier here. It's not necessarily great, but it'll do. So we're just going to come right on back here, and we'll enable army drilling. Excellent. And this is definitely progressing. Kalima Separatists. Okay, those are up over here again. Rude, but whatever. We're going to unmothball this fort to prevent the separatism, and these guys are going to head right on back over. Excellent. So on we go this way. Yes, these guys sent no tribute, and the rebels were successful. That's expected. We're going to unmothball this fort. Apparently, Portugal is planning to declare on us. Okay, well, if that's the case, I wish them luck. So, what do we want here? Military power? Yes, that'll be fine. We're to head over this way. Trade offer refused. Very rude. Cool. So we'll eliminate these guys, no problem. So apparently Portugal is planning to declare on us. They're still allied with Castile, but this is not going to be the world's largest war, I don't think. So at this point, we're going to be finishing up all of this eventually, and having a strong navy is going to be very, very useful for us in this war, for sure. We can grab ourselves a state up over here and spend some admin power to full core that. That'll be fine. That will also get us a fair amount of additional force limit, which would be good. So that is all fine. And these guys over here, where do we want them to be? Well, we have a rebel uprising brewing here. They're 90% right now? Okay. We're going to gain some admin power here. That seems good. And there's Portugal declaring on us. That was expected. And at this point, I'm going to... We can't provoke the revolt while we're at war? Okay. What are these guys upset about? Mostly just separatism. I mean, there's the cruel there. There's a little bit of overextension. I'm going to increase their autonomy, and that will deal with the problem for now. Okay, so we're going to move back over this way, and Portugal has a black flagged force down here. Okay, let's see here. So Caribus is in this, Portuguese Brazil, Portuguese Peru, and Rio de Prata. Okay. So, out of curiosity, how strong is Portugal navally? Not very. Okay. I feel like they didn't really think this through very well, to be honest with you. So we can convert some additional provinces here. There we go. And these guys are going to be heading back. I don't want to be drilling here. We do have additional forces on the way in over here still, and that is understood. We're going to be finishing up a lot of these constructions soon enough. So I kind of want to go take out this small Caribus fleet that's right here. I also wouldn't mind recruiting an admiral right now. Oh, those are good stats. Beautiful. Okay, so we got really, really good stats there. Now, keep in mind, we don't have that much strength here, actually. Okay, so noted that Caribus' forces are right here. I'm going to move up to here for now, and these guys are going to move up to Satuda. Okay, so awkward timing, to be sure, and I want all of these guys to be just chilling up over here. Specifically, I want them to group up with this fleet. So all of you guys, come on over. Beautiful. You as well. Over you come. We want our fleet to be grouped together here, and they're not really, I don't think, in much of a position to be able to take this on. Keep in mind, our war galleys are going to be much more effective here, 50% additional effectiveness. So that is definitely noted. I'm currently considering doing the invasion of Caribus here. These guys are Miltech 13. We know they had 30k there, but they were low morale. We are, of course, also Miltech 13. I kind of want to just do it. So we're going to head on in over this way. And out of curiosity, units in the queue. Right, we can't actually change around the order of the queue here, unfortunately. Which is very sad. But we could cancel these two caravels. And that is indeed exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to cancel those two caravels. I'm going to cancel this caravel, these two caravels, because I want to get the land units done. Okay, so we're going to get the land units done there, and then the rest of this will just have to get cleaned up a little bit later on. That'll be fine. So I'm going to group these two together, if I can. Apparently I can't because of the transportation happening. Okay, our colony down here is now self-sustaining. So let's come on down to Managua. We have no colonists to send, but now we do. Excellent. So we're going to go down there, and our invasion of Caribus has begun. We're landing unopposed here, and that looks good. Now, do we want to bring this unit over, is the question. And it's quite a question. We're going to need it if we want to fight. That said, the danger here is that they group up all of their navies, drive us out of here, and then our units are stuck on Cuba. If that happens, we can get mercs to defend our own territory. So I'm actually not that concerned about it. This will eventually pay for itself, so we'll definitely take that, and we'll make that into a full core. We can also make a state out over here, which I would be delighted to do, and then we'll full core all of that. Okay, so if we check out over here, we can see the unrest here is actually 0 now. That's because of that autonomy increase, and that is not going to be the case forever. However, that autonomy is going to be dropping down, so that is good. Okay, so we know there's a Portuguese navy down over here. I'm not too concerned about this right now. So these guys are going to attack here. This is not going to go well for them, of course. And we're going to head into Havana for now. Yeah, we easily win that one. Okay, so I'm going to group these together, and let's bring this force over. That'll be fine for right now. So we've got all of these cannon here. And we're going to need to continue to work on that. But for now, this seems okay. So we're going to move to here, with these guys moving directly to Canamar. Okay, so we see them sitting here with 31k. That's understood. I'm a little surprised they didn't attack us here with these guys being so far behind. But okay. I'm going to leave these here for the moment. And we're just going to pin them up over here. We'll see if they attempt to evacuate. We're actually going to catch them here. Okay, move in the reinforcements. Beautiful. We won a battle in the Yucatan Channel. That's understood. I do want to get this caravel up over here, and I see these guys over here. Okay. Let's see if we can go stop that. I'm not sure if we'll get there in time. 22 April. We'll see if we can get there in time. Okay, so we win the battle out over here. That's absolutely expected. I want to chase them down. So we're going to come out over this direction. Yeah, that's a stack wipe. That's what I wanted to see. Perfect. So we're locked into this, 27 April. Okay, so they successfully landed here. That's fine. And they fled. They fled down to here. Understood. Now, what do they have? They have 7 heavy ships. They have 14 galleys. So, or not galleys. They have 14 light ships. So we have more light ships. They have no galleys. I think we end up winning this, despite the heavy ships. It's the theory, anyway. We'll see if that ends up being true. So we're going to grab some territory up over here. We converted the heretics in Kalima. That's understood. These guys are going to have to siege up over here. We're actually losing this. Okay, so that is due to a lack of heavy ships. That's understood. We're going to get some repairs done here, and that is fine. So yeah, lack of heavy ships. We weren't quite ready for this war to be declared. For now, we're going to make our way up over here. And we're going to repair our fleet. So that's going to take a little bit of time. I do want to continue to have these be produced. We'll see what we've got over here. So this is a couple of war galleys coming in. But yeah, we definitely weren't quite prepared for this war yet. But that's fine. So we are currently in a position where these guys are ready to be pulled off of this island. We're going to take the military power here, actually. That'll be fine. I'm going to group these back together, and we're going to send a couple of missionaries out. Now, this siege is still progressing. That is understood. Okay, so we see the Caraibas fleet out over here. I'm going to group these together for the time being. And we're still working on these repairs out over here. They should have just kept their blockade here because that would have pinned in our fleet. But as it is, we can head out over here. Now, they finished their siege up here, which isn't shocking. What is their war goal? Okay, this is their war goal. Noted. Okay, so I'm going to park these guys here, and we're going to immediately move this force over. And we'll keep an eye on the situation here. Okay, so these guys are here. That's fine. Let's move on down and see about fighting this force. We're going to move these guys over as well. I can't believe they're letting us do this, but okay. Gain 3 inflation or lose the stability. I'm actually going to lose the stability here. That'll be okay. Out of curiosity, oh, right, we can't seize land while we're at war. That's true. Okay, so these guys are going to head back to port right now. And, okay, we see Portuguese Brazil down over here. That's noted. So I want these guys to come on down this way. And we're going to win this battle against Portugal. Sounds good. Now, I'm not worried right now about taking this back. We'll get there. Okay, so we win that battle against Portugal. I want to group our armies together down over here. Cool. Do we think we can take Portuguese Brazil here? Actually, maybe. They only have a combat width of 14. Yeah, I think we can take them. We have a combat width here of similar, 14, but we have 12 cannon in the backline. We should be able to win that. Yeah, indeed we do. So we'll kick them out of here. We're at 20% war score right now, and the question is, are they willing to accept any peace deals? No is the answer. Okay, so at this point, I want to bring these guys up to here. And we see an additional Portuguese force landing. Okay, that is fine. So I'm wondering right now, what is their actual strength? Their actual strength is 36k plus 58. Sure. That seems reasonably fine for the time being. I want to come stack wipe this force. That is the ideal scenario. England is landing here and occupying territory out this way. That's noted. Okay. Get up here. Take out this Portuguese force if you can. Beautiful. We're going to catch them right here. This should stack wipe. Beautiful. Now we're going to come down and fight these guys. Okay. Sure. We're going to gain that. And we're going to group up these guys over here. Looks good. We're still repairing our fleet here, and that is absolutely understood. So we're making a Karak and a Caravel. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. These guys are back down over here. Very rude. But whatever. So downward we come here, and we stack wiped this small force. They are now heading in over here. They're locked in, and we're going to fight them right here. Beautiful. I don't think this is going to stack wipe by any means. They've got a 3-star general here, so that was a little bit of a hard battle for us. But we did win it, and that sounds good for now. Now, I want to go recover our forces a little bit, and we can take all of this on. We get Miltech 14 right now, by the way. And this is a really good time to get that. So we're going to get new infantry and new cavalry. Absolutely do it. So we're going to do that right now. We're going to need to regenerate our morale, but they don't have any forces around here. This is fine. So we are going to grab offensive American musketeers, and we're going to grab Central American hussars, like so. I like it. We're going to get another conversion going. And I think, were they retreating right here? And we're going to take 412 ducats. They were retreating right here. Beautiful. I want to eliminate this, but I also want to siege this back. This is being a thing, of course. So that is all something to think about. Our manpower is low right now. They would not yet be willing to accept a white piece, although I'm sure they'll get there eventually. Again, we were not quite ready to fight Portugal when they declared on us, but this isn't going to go well for them. It's already not going well for them. So our colony down here is now self-sustaining. Beautiful. We're going to send another colonist on down, and we can make a full core there. And we're going to get these forts sieged back. So that brings us up to 28% war score. I'm going to position here. I'm going to want to group our armies back together. So actually, we're just going to move these guys up for now. There we go. And we can set an agenda, which we should probably do. Base manpower of at least 3. This is probably not a terrible idea. So that's fine. That is right up over here. And we can bump up our military power. We're going to need 46 to bump it again. That's understood. We're ahead of time, so that's fine. A revolt right up over here, but that's not a problem. Okay, let's wrap up this siege. They're still sieging here, and that's absolutely understood. Ooh, we didn't finish it there. That's unfortunate. I was hoping that we would. So we're gaining about 400 manpower per month right now. But eventually the Europeans will give up on this, right? Eventually. So this is currently ready to go. That's understood. They're going to finish this siege down here eventually, but we're going to finish this one as well. So that seems reasonably fine. 30% war score right now. 26 reasons to not accept this. Okay. That's noted. We've won this siege, and now we're going to head down here. These guys are going to finish their siege pretty much instantly as well. Okay. So we're going to move in up over here. I would love to fight this force, especially with them separated like this. Let's group our armies back together, and we're going to come in here. Cool. We're going to kick them out of here. Portugal's just sitting here, so we're going to go fight them. Beautiful. No problem whatsoever here. Although, we're rolling very awkwardly here, it seems. Why are we losing this? We had a significant numerical advantage. We're on the same Miltech as them. What is happening here? They only have a combat width of 5. Okay. They don't have the manpower to do this here. Yeah. We eliminated them. That was way tougher than it needed to be. I'm not entirely sure why that was so tough. But okay. So we're at 33 war score right now. And they are 20 reasons away from allowing this. Okay. Obviously, we need a lot of manpower. I do want to come up over here, and I want to give us an additional base manpower there. That'll gain us 1431 manpower and help us replenish some of these losses. We need a lot of manpower at this point, which isn't shocking. So we're going to get this siege taken back. We're up to 28 already, so that looks good. I'm not concerned about our cash at this moment, so I'm not going to do a sale of titles. I do want to get this caravel moved into our fleet. There we go. And I wouldn't mind getting rid of this blockade. Let's head out and see about doing that. So they ran away. Not shocking. And we're just going to put our unit here. Cool. So we're just kind of practicing fleet in being at this point, but we're going to head up over here, stop them from doing this blockade. It seems reasonably fine. Actually, I want to come up over here. Wow, they're fast. Okay. We're going to come down over this way then. So they've landed over here. This is noted. This is a large force with a solid leader, which means that we need to merc. I'm going to merc here. I'm also going to merc here. Now, these are going to be at low morale. This guy will arrive here on 7 May. We're going to get this back, at which point we're going to retreat, but I'm betting he's going to get here before this finishes. But with these mercs coming in, he's no longer interested. Beautiful. I'm going to group together these two merc units, and I'm going to group these guys. I'm going to put our good leader here, like so. We win this siege. And now we're going to merge together all of our armies. So this is 57k, or I guess 62k. Our morale is low here, so I don't want to actually fight here. We're at 41%. Before they finish this, they're actually interested in peacing out. They would give us all that we have occupied in Cuba. And they still have 4 reasons. 106 gold? This seems really good. Who would be angry? Matlazinka and Caribus. I don't care. We send this demand. We just won this war. Beautiful. So, merking wasn't a mistake here. They would have stopped this. We had to spend that money. It's unfortunate, but we don't have to keep them. So we do that. Wonderful. So now let's head up over here. We're now at peace with Portugal, and, oh, that's interesting. We've got some caravels here. This is our explorer. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We'll send him to circumnavigate the globe. That's the only thing he can actually do right now. He's not going to succeed at that. We're going to lose those caravels. But for now, that's absolutely fine. So I want these guys to head up to Sotuda. Wonderful. And we've currently got a Karak being built there. We became a great power again. And this territory is now all ours, by the way, which means that we've got this institution spreading, finally. At long, long last. So that's wonderful. I'm going to seize land for the crown. There we go. We are actually still low on our crownland because of seizing all of this territory, and that's understood. Let's get all of this cord. It's not actually giving us any overextension, which is wild, but that's fine. We got a mission fulfilled here, which is punish the invaders. Beautiful. That's wonderful. We're going to take expulsion is the only way. That is true. So that sounds good. Now we need to regenerate manpower. We need to chill for a while here. There's no doubt about that. But I do want to split this force in half. Something like that. We're going to put half of them up over here. And these guys are going to get to drilling. These guys are going to make their way up. And they are going to also begin drilling. Perfect. Okay, that all looks good. Now it's time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to work on recovery. I'm sure we got a little war exhaustion out of that. It was a little tough, but, I mean, we ended up taking all of Cuba, so I'm not going to complain about that one. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Ali Lee, Dark Horse Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.